Hey, this is Nat, and we're off our couch about 33 miles from Pensacola, Florida, and about 54 miles from Mobile, Alabama, visiting Alabama Gulf Coast Zoo, located in Gulf Shores, Alabama. This is a smaller zoo where guests still encounter a large and amazing variety of creatures, 118 species, 22 critically endangered, from mammals, birds to reptiles. Plus, the zoo hosts animal encounters and animal feedings. Explore the zoo, star of the television series The Little Zoo That Could, along with us. Let's meet the inhabitants of this zoo and deepen our animal knowledge and appreciation for Gulf Shores, Alabama. Before we get deep into our zoo experience, let's talk about some discounts real quick. Locals of this county, Baldwin County, as well as military are eligible for discounted rates. Some additional information. Outside of the gift shop are wagon and stroller rentals, and here are the current prices. You can bring drinks and food into this zoo. They do also have snacks that can be purchased as well, which we will see soon. And we do have a giraffe feeding experience today. They happen at exact times during the day for an hour at a time. So we all do have somewhere to be, but not till later. But we have plenty to see and do in the meanwhile, so let's head into the aviary. I always love walking into the aviaries at the different zoos because you get a clear look at the birds you normally don't see every day, like a mandarin duck, for example. This is, and I'm pretty sure, I don't think my memory's failing me, this is my first time seeing a mandarin duck, and I am in love. Isn't he beautiful? The males are way more colorful and vibrant than the females, which is common in birds. To learn more about the birds within the aviary, there is also an aviary feeding chat that you can attend. There are actually a number of ways to personalize your trip to this zoo. There is a South American adventure where you can get close to a sloth for an additional fee. There are other add-ons as well, and we'll see more as we walk around the zoo. But first, let's take a look at some of the other animals within this area. There's the American black bear. There's also a contact barn where you can pet and interact with goats, sheep, chickens, and more. The contact barn also has a daily chat by the keepers. These animals are incredibly friendly too. I'm ready to greet guests. And although we're all familiar with many of these barnyard animals, there is an animal in this barn I have never seen, let alone even heard of, a Patagonian mora. Maybe you all have heard of this before, but it's a rodent, a rabbit-like rodent, and it's actually the fastest rodent with a top speed of 37 miles per hour. And they are native to Central and South Argentina. I learned a lot today. Okay, it is time for our giraffe feeding now, so we'll make our way across the bridge. Although this is a smaller zoo, it feels so spacious, and the layout is so calming and pretty. Would you all agree? I admit I am a huge fan of the smaller zoos. To me, it often feels less rushed, less space to cover, less dashing around and having to be at certain exhibits at certain times. Definitely more calm and easier and casual. That's what I want to say. Now, one quick stop before we get to our giraffe feeding. We'll stop in at the butterfly observation outpost. What a collection this is. So many beautiful butterflies, surrounded by insect facts too. There are some other insects in here too, of the creepy crawly variety. Okay, there's so much to see in here. We're actually in here longer than we expected to be. But hopefully the giraffes are still hungry by the time we get there, because giraffes are my favorite animal to see at the zoo. And while my kids are feeding them, I'm reminded that they are the tallest land animals, reaching heights between 14 to 19 feet. And of course, they have these incredibly long tongues that are between 18 to 20 inches long. Now, what I did not know is that their tongues are purple to protect against sunburn. And there are actually multiple species and subspecies of giraffe. I had no idea, and that's one of the really cool things that I like about going to new places and traveling. You get a chance to be exposed to so many different things, so many new things you had no idea about. And when I come across something interesting, I share it with all of you, our fellow travelers, on our Instagram page. Each Monday, I share a Did You Know fact on Instagram, something that we come across during our travels that I find interesting. So if you yet to follow us on Instagram, follow us please, because we do deliver travel inspiration throughout the week. Now, in addition to feeding the giraffes, there's also the opportunity to feed the Sulcata tortoises, which we will be seeing very soon. But beside the giraffes are African crested porcupines, cute but scary with all the quill action. Speaking of scary, these emus, they just seem like they have an issue. They do not seem like the ones to be played with. And as tall as they are, can you believe they are not the tallest bird in the world? They are actually the second tallest behind the ostrich. It is time for a break from the heat. The keeper at the giraffe feeding station told us about this marketplace. It is air conditioned and there are seats to relax and eat. And there's a variety of foods to choose from and purchase in here. Chips, cookies, microwavable sandwiches, drinks. Just to give you some examples, you can see them right here too. Okay, so our AC break is over. It is time to head back outside to see more animals. And I told you my favorite animal to see are the giraffes. But if you see any favorite animals or any animals new to you, let us know, please. Tell us in the comments. They have so many informational warning signs at this zoo. Even though this says tiger and we're in front of the lions, I imagine the warning still applies though. And I will be heeding the warning regardless. And the lion is right in front of us. And this is the closest we've been to a lion. And it really makes it obvious how massive and beautiful these big cats are. There are other big cats that call this zoo home, cheetahs, and medium-sized cats, servals, lynx, and clouded leopards. Moving on, they have these islands in the zoo, which looks so cool. And is that a goose on that island? All the Mother Goose rhymes, Duck Duck Goose Games, and I'm trying to think, when is the last time I've seen a goose? It feels common and foreign to me at the same time. There's also an island of lemurs, and we're back near where we started now, near the contact barn, walking around the pollinator garden. And after viewing this beautiful garden, we will move in a different direction and see the remaining animals. Now, during the warmer months, there are normally animals here on the stage. They do animal walkabouts on this outdoor stage. Now, this alligator is huge. This is Chucky, and from what I pulled up on Instagram, Chucky is 11 feet, 1,000 pounds. And on the opposite side of the spectrum, there are the spider monkeys, which are so tiny and cute. Of course, there is a reptile house. Let's take a look inside, take a break from the elements while we view these humongous snakes. That anaconda is huge. We have more reptiles to see, but they are outside the reptile house. These are Sulcata tortoises, also known as African spurred tortoises. They are the largest mainland tortoise species, and that was actually one of our Did You Know facts on Instagram. Next time, I definitely want to do that feeding. You can feed these tortoises here. It is one of the animal feedings that are offered. And around the corner, a camel. London is saying the same thing I'm saying. This is the first time we've seen a camel in person. I love the uniqueness of this zoo, a variety of animals, including animals you normally would not see at a zoo. Plus, there are rides, playgrounds, zip line, a carousel. We are here before the peak season, so all the extra activities all of them aren't up and running yet, but you can still see there's a lot to do in this zoo. And of course, there's the gift shop, the little zoo that could, the name of the TV series that I was referring to earlier, that follows the ordeal of rebuilding and recovering after 3 hurricanes bashed the zoo. The name of that TV series is displayed on the wall here. It is the cutest gift shop, and we have come full circle. This is where we purchase our tickets and our animal feeding experiences, and this is where we will end. I hope you enjoyed the day at the zoo with us. Tell us your thoughts. Did you have a favorite animal, a favorite activity at the zoo? Are you planning a trip to the zoo? Or are you planning a trip to the Gulf Shores area? Share with us, let us know please, and if you've already visited, we'd love to hear your experience too. We do have more experiences coming from Alabama. Each and every Saturday we are off for a couch for a new adventure, and that next adventure takes us to Mobile, Alabama to visit the USS Alabama Battleship Memorial Park, a state memorial park consisting of the retired battleship, the USS Alabama, the submarine, USS Drum, and over 30 historic aircraft. We'll tour these historic vessels and learn not just about the military history that took place, but also the history of that time. If you're yet to subscribe, please. Join us on the couch for this adventure and more. And also sign up for our monthly newsletter if you're yet to do so, because we do provide travel tips, free downloads, and more travel inspiration to help you when you find yourself off the couch. The sign up link is in the description and on our website at offourcouch.com. As we always end, we must finish by saying thank you for joining us for this day at the Alabama Gulf Coast Zoo in Gulf Shores, Alabama. Thanks so much for getting off the couch with us. Thank you for all the likes, comments, shares, questions, and feedback. All of you join us off the couch week after week. It's what makes these adventures possible, so thank you. Until next week, click on the video to see another one of our experiences. Thanks for watching.